Hi Stampin' friends, it's time for our mystery fun fold. If you haven't done the mystery stamping before, look for my post that tells you all the pieces that you need to cut, because that'll make it easier for you to do the mystery stamping. Usually I do a fun fold. This is actually an inside, like the fun fold is inside the card. I chose to use the Merry and Bright Designer Series paper. It is a Christmas paper, so this side has lots of Christmas, but the other side has some things that are for virtually any holiday. I mean, you know, any birthday or fun occasion. So you could use it for New Year or something like that, but then also just for birthdays. So I will also be using the Heartfelt Hexagon set, and I will also be using the Beautiful Balloons bundle. So let's go ahead and talk about planning the card. So the card is a 11 by 4.5 inch piece of cardstock. You'll line the inside with white or a color. You could put your color here, like that. And then the front, you will put some Designer Series paper as well, whichever one appeals. I was trying to use this as a gender neutral card. So what I did, let's go ahead and complete the front of the card. I think I need to make this just a little bit shorter. Let's see here, I have a little paper cutter I can use. I think it's just a little tiny bit too much for this. Cut this end for the front of this card. It's just a little too much paper. Give it a little tiny bit cut off there. So funny how such a small amount can make such a big difference as far as looking like it is, like it's centered in there. Let's see here. I may still not be happy with it. I'm gonna go one more little tiny thing. One more little tiny cut. Oops, maybe even a little more. Ooch, ooch. Here we go. Oh, hi Shauna, great to see you. Thank you for hopping by. Oh yeah, I like this a little better. So let me get my, and this would be gorgeous as well, but it wouldn't work with what we're gonna do on the inside. Wouldn't work with the mystery. So I'm just sticking this down, and these are aggressive colors, but I think for a birthday, it's just kind of fun to have your big, bold, bright colors. Okay, so then I was imagining this circle just kind of reiterates the circles. So I'm gonna put that on some dimensionals. Make sure I have the back side. I do. I'm always so paranoid. Okay, there we go. And I'm just, you could put it in the center, you could put it to the side. It's just kind of whatever you're feeling like. And then I'm also going to put my little happy birthday balloons on there. And I've already stamped these, but I'm going to re-stamp them so that you have something to kind of watch here. So what I'm using is my Granny Apple Green. I'm gonna get my, if I can find it, Happy Birthday. This way we can use whichever one turns out the best on our card, because I did those ahead of time in case I just completely messed one up here. So on the biggest one, I'm putting my Granny Apple Green Happy Birthday. There we go. And then on my medium one, I'm going to use my Granny Apple Green again. Now this is actually for putting on the biggest balloon, but this one doesn't have anything to stamp it with, so I like to use this on it. Just gonna flip this over for when I stamp, because I know it's gonna make a mess. And if it's not enough for you, you can always stamp it more than once. So like if this doesn't look like enough, you can just stamp it again. But it has just a few little stars on it. Okay. Then this small, tiny one, I'm going to use Lemon Lime Twist because, whoopsie, sorry, because it is also in the paper that's on the inside. Get my Lemon Lime Twist there. And it's strange, but it actually doesn't bother me with the Granny Apple Green because it's so close, and color it's just one slightly more yellow. So I was thinking, well, I probably won't like that together, but I didn't mind it too badly, I guess you should say. All right, so now I just need to do my shaded spruce, and this shaded spruce is super dark. You can see here it's just kind of like a nice bright green, but for some reason mine is coming out really, really dark today, so sorry about that. I tried Stamping Off, but I didn't really care for that either. It just kind of looked like it wasn't very, you may like it better. I don't know. It just kind of looks like it's not well stamped. So anyway, so if you like your green to look like a black, I think I just used too much re-inker in that one. And of course I didn't notice until I started. So that's how that kind of works, huh? All right. So then I just need to plan where I'm going to put my little balloons on the front. And I want to be able to still use, I still want to have some of this showing as well. So I think I may like this one. It's lighter. It didn't quite stamp as well, but it's lighter. And then maybe this little guy and this little guy. So then this is the parakeet party, but I think this would make decent balloon attachments as well. So you can tie these around. Whoops, that's got a little something sticky right there. To get my adhesive eraser on that. Actually, I may not. Looks like I've just rubbed it off myself. Okay, so you can tie these on the ends, but you can also just like tape them on the back, like with your tear tape. And I think that's probably what I'm going to do today, just for ease. I am going to go ahead, and this is not sticking very well to this tape. So I wasn't worried about it. First, I was just going to leave it stuck, but this one is so tiny, I'm going to go ahead and take that off because I don't think my dimensional was sticking very well. It'll stick well to that tape though, I'm not worried. Okay, so now am I going to get these back where I had them? That's the question. Put that one over to the side. This guy down here like this. Maybe put my little one up here. Let's see there. There we go. And maybe this one down here. Okay, so then all I need to do is get a glue dot to stick them down. Just going to cut that kind of all the same length there. You're really just gnawing them with these terrible scissors, but I just need to get some Goo Gone, and clean them off, and then it won't be a problem. Okay, and I'm sorry for how long it's taking me to do this. I didn't really think it would take that long. It feels like it's taking forever. And I've got to get to our mystery stamping. I also think I may need to change these, but okay. So then to finish this off, all I need to do is tie a bow to kind of put in the middle there where I have my little clump of ribbon. There we go. Then I'm just going to put it right there. Get another little glue dot and stick it down. Okay, there we are. So there you can see, just made a little clump of balloons. Now for the inside, I just need to stick this down. Wow. Oh, here. Hiding it from myself. And this, I think I'm going to put this on the top. I may be sorry. I should have put it at the bottom. Like that. And this one here. Now I just chose to use the greens. I could have instead used the blueberry bushel and the pool party in this, and that would have been cute as well. Okay, so if you're a local customer, you may remember that we used the, we made a card last Christmas time with the train set. And that card, it was bent here instead of just opening. But what I'm going for here is creating a card that pops up like this. So the first thing that you kind of need to do is make sure that all of your, I've scored this, the scoring is also listed in the places where we've done the measurements and the things that you need, the supplies. But I did want to mention that giving these a good pressed score is a good idea. Okay, so there's that. And then we're going to have, the idea is for the card to sit like this. Okay, I think it'll be easier if I show you like this. They're all gonna sit on top of each other. And so the smallest piece, well, I don't think it matters on the top one, but the idea is that the smallest piece is what attaches to the back of the card here. So on each of these layers, we're gonna put our cute little print. So this one, I'm gonna go ahead, put my adhesive on the back. So what I want to do is just kind of center it fairly evenly. And this is actual, you'll be like, I don't remember a stripe like that. This was the diagonal, and I cut it so that it's, like here, you can see, it was diagonal paper, but I just cut it off so that I would have plain stripes, because I really just wanted these colors rather than, for example, all of these, because they don't match my color scheme for this. I was also thinking if you wanted to do one of these and put candles, these little stars would kind of make cute little strips to use as candles as well. Okay, giving myself a second to think. Okay, there we go. Right there. One thing I do like about the Stampin' Seal is you can still make a mistake and fix it, so that's great. Okay. A little bit on my finger I want to get off. Oh, there we go. So cute. The back of this is the Fa La La paper. And then just, this is just the one that is just a square pretty much. Okay, whoops. There we are. Okay, so now I'm going to put on this piece here, I'm going to put a piece of tear tape. Oh, and did I already say that this design was by Lisa Curcio? And it's not exactly, it's just kind of similar, because hers bends up here and opens, and it's just a different, mine is just for the inside, whereas hers ends up looking like a fun fold, whereas mine's not really that way. Okay, so I'm gonna put that there. So now I've got it where the top piece is set up. But I also am going to want to put the bottom piece adhesive on. Now this large piece, I think you'll probably want a piece on each one. This little one, of course, that's enough for it. And here. And this is one that I do think that it's plenty of adhesive to do your, for the tear tape. It's not one that's bad about falling apart or anything. So it is strong enough for the task. All right. So now the way they did it was to stick the bottom on, and then they folded, whoops, there's some I didn't, got that kind of stuck there. You also want to get it centered, of course. And then they did like this and stuck it down, and then it pulled up. Does that make sense? So we're going to try that and see if that works for us, but I'm just going to tear off a tiny bit, if that makes sense, to make sure. So I'm going to tear off a little bit here and there. Maybe I'll do all of this one. So I'm reasonably sure we want the bottom stuck to the bottom. Okay, getting it centered. And I don't want it down in the fold. I'm putting it actually even with my white cardstock layer. So let's see what we think. Whoops, it may not stick enough for me to even show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, there we go. So you can see that that's how I'm gonna want that. There, does that make, see if that helps. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off the rest of the way. There we go. Fold it over. And the thing to do when you've got it finished is use your bone folder and burnish the inside so it stays stuck nicely. That's maybe one of the reasons that it's so easy to use that. And then we're basically doing the same thing here, but where, you know, you can't, now this card will not open this way now. So you're going to center it again up here. And you could make these blocks different colors. I just thought it was kind of fun to put them together. Okay, so then there's that. And then I'm gonna take this one off. Now at this point, I can lay it down like this. Okay, let's see, make sure I've got it laying pretty smooth. Let's see if that, yep, there we go. So you can see, just like magic, that worked, just to lay it down and stick it there. So I'm gonna, again, do my burnishing because I want it to stay stuck. And then this one, just remember for this one, like, oh wait, which one do I do? Remember, you always want a little shelf here. See the shelves? So you want to have a little shelf on this top piece as well. So we'll stick the bottom on first, just like we did the others. And I'm just looking here to see that I have it reasonably in the middle. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and give that a little bit of a garnishment. And then I'm going to do this. And so this is why, because we're doing it this way, that's why we want to have our folds, our score lines, our folds, whatever. We want to have them really nicely done. Oh, that is not going to be right. Hold up. Not the first fold, the second fold. When they're little like that, it's kind of confusing what we're doing. Okay. So there you go. And I would add some kind of a little little candle up here, like I said, with the back side here with the yellow, which yellow is a little strange, but you know, because it doesn't, not so much of it on the card, but just some kind of little candle kind of action. I'm trying to think if there is any in this. There actually is not in the beautiful balloons, but anyway, I think that would just make it super cute. So the next thing I'm gonna do is just stamp my Let's Eat Cake. And I'm thinking I want the Granny Apple Green again. I think that's probably the way to go. Let me get it really well inked up and stamp it right there. Great. Close the sky up. And then I just need my new hexagon, heartfelt hexagon punch. And then I'm gonna line it up. Oh, and I didn't grab my, okay, hold up. Just need this guy. I was gonna do some little circle action here. Can't remember which way I thought looked better, so we'll do it this way because it looks centered at least. So my point was here, just doing it like that. So maybe not, maybe that isn't super cute. But anyway, I thought that was fun to just let's eat cake and it pops up. So we've got our happy birthday with our balloons on the front and then our let's eat cake on the inside. So that's our little mystery for the day, and special thanks to Lisa Curcio for the cool design. I mean, I've seen others of these before, but since that's the one I saw that helped me design the card. I appreciate you all watching, and happy World Card Making Day. Bye-bye.